Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, I am very excited to make this video today. This is a bit of a show and tell, and I'm gonna go through some things and show you guys some things that I don't even know what I'm gonna find. So I'm very excited about this. This is something that was very important to me in my childhood. I will say before I get into this video that I wanted to make this video sitting on the front porch because it is so nice outside today in Indianapolis. There's a really cool breeze and everything like that, but the sun keeps on like going behind the clouds and coming out and going behind the clouds and coming out. So there might be parts of this video that are really bright and parts that are not very bright, so I apologize for that in advance. But this is something that I've been talking about on my vlog the last couple days, and something that is really cool that has come out from that, talking about it on my vlog, is that I've received several comments from people that have said, oh my god, I listened to those same things when I was growing up as a kid. And what that is old-time radio shows, okay? So this was a huge part of my childhood, and I'm not even really sure where it began. Like, I honestly cannot remember where I started becoming obsessed with it. But if you guys don't know what I'm talking about like old-time radio shows like The Shadow and Fibber McGee and Molly and things like that. And then they would also have like where they would do like movie shows of like, well, movies, but like Sorry Wrong Number with Barbara Stanwyck, or Arsenic and Old Lace with I think it was with Cary Grant. But then they would like have a radio version of it as well that they would do on like the Sunday night movie highlight night or whatever. And so, my parents would talk to me about how, when they were little kids, they would get around the radio and they would listen to radio shows. And so I got very interested in it at a young age. I don't even honestly remember, 6, 7, something like that. And at the time that I was growing up, there was this catalog that you could order it from. I was like looking through this bag and I was like, God, I wish the catalog was still in here. I wish my mom had kept one of the catalogs, because then I could show you guys how cool the catalog was. Because literally, you would go through this catalog, and it would have like The Shadow, and then it would have like each of the episodes listed underneath there, and then you could buy a tape for, I don't know, like $9.99 or $5.99 or $4.99 or something like that, right? And then you could order them, and they would come to you in the mail. And I was so excited every time one of these new radio shows would come in the mail, because I had like a tape cassette player next to my bed, and at night I would turn on my fan, because I sleep with a fan every single night. I have for a very long time. And then I would put one of these radio shows on there, and if you've ever heard like The Shadow, it's like, only the shadow knows. And it's like these detective shows and things like that. And so I would put in the tape and I would start playing it, and that's how I would fall asleep every single night. And some nights when I was younger, my mom would come in and she would put a sleeping bag down on the floor, like right down next to where my bed was. And she would put a pillow down there, and she would fall asleep, like in the summers, listening, well, we were both listening to radio shows. So I was very, very obsessed with radio shows, okay? And I have quite a few of them here in this bag. But if you look at the bag, my mom has written on here, Christmas tapes and videos, Christmas music, and radio tapes, okay? So there's old-time radio tapes mixed in with Christmas tapes, so I'm gonna have to go through them and find the radio tapes. But the first thing I wanted to show you is this thing that my mom bought me, and I think she got it actually for me for Christmas. And it is this, the brand is Well Built, and it is a replica of an old-time radio, and I absolutely loved it. Let me have this as my thumbnail. And I absolutely love this, and this was one of the best gifts that I ever got when I was growing up as a kid. I was so excited about this when I got it. And when you turn it on, it's not plugged in right now, but when you turn it on, here, off and on, it actually has a tuner where you can like you can like play the different radio stations. So it actually played radio stations, and on the side here was where you would put the tape cassettes in. And I believe that the radio is from the same brand that the catalog came from. So you could put a tape in here and you could play your old-time radio tapes here, see? And it still works to this day. And the tape that I have in here right now is The Shadow. The Shadow. And the episodes are Bride of Death and The Temple Bells. So anyway, this was a gift that my mom got me. I kind of feel like, I don't know why I remember this, but every time we would order tapes, you would get like these coupons with it. And it's like if you save so many coupons, it went towards like buying one of these radios. And so I feel like she used the coupons and then like had to pay like $10 shipping and handling or something like that. I feel like she told me that story. I don't know why I think that. But anyway, doesn't really matter. This is something that I have cherished. I've literally had this radio since I was like 8, 9, or 10, and I love it, and it's like still in great condition. I had to dust it off a little bit because it's been sitting in the dusty basement for all this time, but it still works perfectly, and can still play tapes, and it still plays the radio and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really, really cool. I love it. All right, so let's go through the bag, and I'm gonna see if I can find the radio shows. Here is the Mannheim Steamroller, recorded on the tape player, and here is Let's Celebrate Christmas. Okay, that's not what we want right here. Let's see. I don't have my reading glasses on. Bing Crosby with Fred Astaire. Okay, that was Christmas album. The Shadow. Oh my god. Okay, so this is The Silent Avenger and The Phantom Voice. And then I also have Mistletoe in Memory. It's another Christmas tape. We don't need her. Okay, so this was A Christmas Carol, but it was actually like the play version of it. So you would like get on and you would listen to it, and it would be like the acted out version that they would play on the radio at Christmas time. The Scarlet Letter. So they did a lot of like books. There was like one show by Nathaniel Hawthorne. There was one show that I used to listen to, and they would do like all books, which was so funny because there was also like a after school special. I don't know if you guys remember this, if you were like in my age group or not, but there was an after school special like one time a week, and you would come home and it would be like an hour-long show, and they would take some book, like the Clock and what was the John Blair's books? I can never remember them. They've redone them now with like Jack Black, I believe, but they had them back in the day. The House with the Clock in its Walls, that book, or they would do like Wrinkle in Time or The Great Gilly Hopkins, those kind of books, which I loved all those books. And so that was like my favorite day of the week coming home from school, was watching these books, which we would later then watch like as film strips in the library during library time. Okay, so then I have, okay, more Christmas albums. The Screen Directors Playhouse. Okay, that's what it was. Screen Directors Playhouse was where they would take movies and they would turn them into radio shows. And this one is The Uninvited, starring Ray Milland and John Dare. Okay, keep on going through these tapes. Here is actually what The Shadow looked like. So you can see that it's The Shadow. And this is Who Knows What Evil Lurks in the Hearts of Men. And this is The League of Terror and Sabotage. And then more Christmas albums. Handel's Messiah. More radio. Oh, The Fall of the House of Usher. Okay, and here is one of those shows I was talking about, the movies. Cary Grant in Suspicion. Cary Grant in Suspicion. I was obsessed with these. And then Songs for Williamsburg Christmas. We don't need her. Okay, Great Lakes Sweet Solitudes. The Wizard of Oz. Had The Wizard of Oz. And then Suspense with Agnes Moorehead in Sorry, Wrong Number, which was one of my favorite movies and favorite radio shows of life. But Agnes Moorehead was not who was in the movie. It was actually Barbara Stanwyck. And then this is Bing Crosby's Christmas. And then on the other side, It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. And then, let's see, more Christmas music, more Christmas music. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Screen Directors Playhouse. The Spiral Staircase with Dorothy McGuire and Steve Dunn. Life of Riley and Abbott and Costello. And these were the Christmas and the Thanksgiving specials that they had. And these were from, oh, it was called Golden Age Radio Blockbusters. I have a feeling it probably still exists. Hey! The mail guy is so nice. I love him so much. The Best of Old Time Radio. I don't even know what this is. It says Old Time Radio, the Best of Old Time Radio. It doesn't say what it is on here, so I have no clue what that one is. My mom has thrown in Going My Way. Winner of 7 Academy Awards with Bing Crosby, the VCR version of it. Okay. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, this is getting to more of the radio shows. Okay, here it is. Oh, Dragnet! Oh my god, I forgot how much I love Dragnet. The Big Key Award Show. And then I have another It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. And then I have, I believe that these are Sherlock Holmes, The Blue Carbuncle, and the Yoxley Case, but I could be wrong about that. And then here's more of the blockbuster ones. Oh, Miracle on 34th Street, another Christmas movie adaptation. Okay. And then more of these. I have Fibber McGee and Molly, great Gildersleeves, and these are the Christmas ones. Christmas Spirit and Christmas Cheer. And then Burns and Allen and Jack Benny, Santa's Workshop and Christmas Headache. And then here's more of the Shadow, Society of the Living Dead, and Poison Death. You can see that the Shadow is like my favorite. And these were what the tapes looked like when they came in the mail. And this one is Star Salute to the Holidays. Burns and Allen, Santa's Workshop. Windham Hill, Christmas. Christmas Potpourri, we don't need her. Okay, Songs for the Holidays. Oh, To Kill a Mockingbird. Oh my God. Okay, well this is like that's not really a old-time radio tape. That's like like they read it. Radio reruns. Oh, War of the Worlds. Oh my God, did you guys ever? Okay, have you ever heard the original War of the Worlds with Orson Welles? They probably have it on YouTube. You can probably look it up and listen to it. Oh my God, and to think, these are the kind of things I got obsessed with. That to think that when War of the Worlds originally aired on the radio, people like really thought there was alien invasions going on in the United States. Crazy. Okay, and then we have 5 more tapes. So, Suspense on Radio, House in Cypress Canyon, starring Robert Taylor, and Fugue in C Minor, starring Vincent Price and Ida Lupino. Christmas. The Scarlet Letter. This is the movie because it says The Mind's Eye, which is the movie one that they would do. Arch Obler's Lights Out Everybody, Rocket from Manhattan, and Oxglorlide X. Only the Dead Die Twice, Inner Sanctum, which was another one of my favorite shows, and more Christmas music. So those are the only ones that I have in this bag. There must be another bag downstairs because I mean I have like tons of these tapes, you guys. Aww. But I'm gonna have to listen to some of these while I'm like cleaning up the house and doing stuff around the house. I'm gonna have to like throw in some of these into my old-time radio player and listen to them. Isn't it fun reminiscing? I love reminiscing and thinking about the good old days. And I think you can download a lot of these on, like, or listen to them on YouTube because I've like looked them up before. And if you've never listened to an old-time radio show, I just put in YouTube old-time radio shows, and some of these will come up. Or put The Shadow, old-time radio, or Dragnet, and they're really fun to listen to. And they're kind of scary if you're sitting there and you're listening to them in the dark. I mean, they're like, they used to do like the sounds when, you know, if somebody was like walking across like the room, they'd go like that on the floor, and they did all like the sounds and stuff like that. I loved it. I loved that whole era. So anyway, I wanted to show that to you guys, and I wanted to show you my radio, one of my favorite gifts my mom ever gave me. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.